on the game that I played a couple of days ago. It's a remarkable game in my opinion. It's one of my best games. As you can see, my rating is now 1643. It's gonna go up by quite a big margin. And I feel like commentating this game is gonna be instructional for everyone, also for me as well actually, because I can actually go over the game again and see what mistakes were made and what good things were made. So first of all, I want to say I don't know any theory about this game, okay? And all the things I'm going to talk about is going to be about strategy or the possible approaches you can have in a 4-player chess game. I don't have a opening that I play every time. I have a pattern that I want to reach within a few moves. As you can see here, actually, blue and green promoted both like right at the beginning, and they're not going to take each other's queens. So as you can see, I didn't move over the third row, and blue and green already got 2 queens each. So that could be scary, but you don't have to worry about that at all. So I'm gonna make a video probably in the next days about the top tips from me from my experience, what you should look out for the most. But right now I will tell you the first one, the first rule that I think is the most important rule, and the most important thing you should look out for is king safety. As you can see here, all my initial moves were about moving away the pieces from castling and then choosing what side to castle that would work best for my king. So usually I castle king side anyways, and this is actually a weird move, I know. So I'm gonna play this move, and I want to be super sure that that knight is not gonna be taken. I want to play the knight to defend the king. I want to use both knights and the bishop and the rook to defend my king. The reason because I play this is because king safety is the most important thing in my opinion. If your king is safe from the beginning, then no one is going to try to attack you. People are going to try to attack easier targets earlier, alright? So this is what I've done so far. I made my king super safe. This knight, the knight that I just moved, is there so that if I receive any attack on k2, I can play that pawn forward by 1 and be defended by the other knight and the bishop, so be defended twice. It is true, now I'm down material because green and blue both have an extra queen, but it's not going to be important. I will show you that material at the beginning is not important. It's the way you actually present yourself to the other players. If the other players see that you're very solid and very defensive, they're not going to even try to attack you. Also because if your pieces are all defended, they don't even have tactics on you. So right now my weakest point is my bishop, my light squared bishop that can be exchanged. That's why I defend like that. And my knight, the knight that is on I4, because it can be taken by the queen. You might think, okay, but that's a sacrifice. But if at some point I get checked or my queen gets attacked or anything, that knight is the first one to fall. That is also why I defend it twice. Also because I don't want to open up the king in an eventuality that my knight is going to be taken. Too many things at once, sorry. So, okay, he's now attacking my knight, so I need to move the knight or protect it, and I prefer to move it because I don't have an easy way to defend it. So I'll move it there. I'm not still rushing to push the pawns, because pawns are very important towards the end. When the board is clearer, when the board has less pieces, it's going to be easier for you to promote. At the beginning it's kind of hard, because everyone pushes for the center, or there are many pawns in the center, and it's not easy. But if you actually wait, then it's going to be way easier. So that's why I'm actually neglecting pushing those pawns and waiting as much as possible. So right now, and always move the pieces where they're defended. For example, now the knight is defended by the queen. It's not a really good defense, but as you can see, the knight can't even be pinned because the square that if he moves the queen diagonally, okay. Anyways, it couldn't be pinned because there was the other knight defending the square. And as you can see, all my pieces are defended now, and only the knight on I4 can be taken with a sacrifice, and that's good because no one can attack my queen, no one can attack my bishop or undefended piece. All my pieces are defended. Okay, my knight went there just to provoke green to push that pawn because it's gonna be weaker. Right now, if you can see, L4 is less defended than before. If he ever moves that rook sideways, or if he castles on anything, king side, I'm gonna take I4. As you can see, okay, yellow wants to push now and get another queen, and you can see already now that they all have two queens apart from yellow, and if yellow promotes, I'm the only one without double queens, and it's a pretty messy position right now because no one took anything. All the material is still on the board, and everyone is kind of moving towards the center. Okay, he's attacking my knight, so I want to defend it. Yeah, so just move it. I don't need to defend the moving pawn because it's going to create weaknesses. I'm just staying calm and solid. If I have good coordination, no one can attack me. As you can see now, that knight that I moved at the beginning in a weird position and now it's there, it's actually defending from the bishop playing to k3. I hope you can all see. Unfortunately, I can't. If I move the mouse, you can also see the player. So I will find a better way in the future. But if he moves the bishop to k3, I'm just gonna take it. So that knight is now very useful. So now I don't know why yellow played that move. Maybe he's attacking. Yeah, he's actually attacking blue. Oh, he moved for some reason. All right. He's actually attacking blue, so maybe blue now has to defend. I don't have a very direct way to attack blue, so it's not going to affect me too much. Let's see. Okay, I circled that pawn because it's a weakness, because the knight defending that pawn is a weakness. So if anyone is going to take the knight defending the pawn, I'm going to take the pawn with the queen and check. Yeah, that knight is weak. So blue gets out of the pin, and yellow really wants to push. Well, he wants to be sure that if he pushes, no one's going to take that. And as you can see here, green is neglecting completely. Why is it moving again? Is neglecting completely king safety. It's going to play a big role later on in the game. I want yellow to play that move because if he plays knight there, green is going to take, and then I have a good eye on that pawn that I'm pointing at right now. And now he promotes. So how many queens are on the board now? It's like 7 queens. It's a lot, and I'm the only one without a double queen, and I'm not even close to get a double queen. Also because the center is so messy and no one took anything. Look at this mess. There are diagonals everywhere. Knights now moving in the center. There is the green bishop, the dark square green bishop there in my position without a reason. It's kind of messy. It's kind of really messy. I don't know what yellow is gonna do now. I don't know what green is gonna do now. Everyone is distracted by everyone. Apart from me, I'm just waiting. As you can see, I'm the one that is involved the least in this mess in the center. I really want yellow to play that move. Knight to J10, knight to J10. Now it's a bit more difficult because yellow would not be able to take the knight on L9. And as you can see, I don't have moves. I mean, it's not that I don't have moves, I'm just waiting. Seriously, just waiting. Rook to H1 was nothing. I'm not even planning to push that pawn, the pawn on H3, because we'll weaken both knights, so keeping it there. And this is gonna bring me to another thing that I think is very important, is patience. Often when I play, it's not when I play, but you have to think about when to attack, and you have to understand when it's the right moment to attack. Right now it's not the right moment to attack. Everyone is in the center, everyone is attacking, everyone is very solid. So it's a bit not the right moment. As you can see, as you will see, I will wait for the right moment to attack. Look at yellow, by the way. I just noticed he has, how was it called in normal chess, like when you have two rooks and a queen. Now he has 2 rooks and 2 queens on the same file. That's kind of strong. I'm actually waiting for them to actually attack each other. I was really waiting for them to attack each other. As you can see, rook there, I don't know, any of those moves were fine. Rooks to the side. As you can see, my next moves are all gonna be rook to the side, just waiting. People are not gonna even try to attack me because I'm kind of solid. And if I had to choose someone, I would choose green as the weakest one. And now yellow, with that move that he played the turn before, he weakened himself a lot, and he's weakening blue as well. So here I was like, yes, finally they're attacking each other. I was really hoping blue wouldn't push the pawn, because then yellow would push the pawn as well. As you can see, then blue pushed the pawn. I was like, kind of sad because it locks a little bit. Actually, here yellow could take, weakening both blue and yellow. But as you will see, unfortunately, yellow would push as well. So I was kind of getting a little bit like concerned about the position, because people were actually keeping the material, were actually becoming very solid on the king, because if they push both pawns and stuff, they're just gonna lock each other and just gonna keep each other safe, right? So as you can see, yellow pushes as well. On time I'm doing great. I still have 1 minute because my moves are kind of easy. As you can see, I'm just waiting. And the opponents are not that bad either, because it's a 1546 and 1536. It's not bad players. They know how to play this game. And now I hope fireworks are gonna start. Moving the knight in the center, it's only defended by the bishop, the light squared bishop for blue. Attacking the queen, as you can see, doesn't have many squares as well. It's blocked. There are so many things in the middle that it's just blocked. It has to play towards the center and in an undefended place. And that's exactly what you don't want to have. An undefended queen in the center of the board that can be attacked by anyone at any time. Just waiting. I don't know how many moves I played already, just rooks to the side. But nothing's happening to me. And no one is doing anything apart from taking each other, as you can see. Now, finally, they're taking pieces. And even if they're making points and I'm making 0 points, don't worry about it, because if I had to make a graph of when points are given during a game, it will be an exponential curve. Basically, at the beginning of the game, points are given very slowly, 3 points, 3 points. But towards the end, you get 20 points and 25 points for checks and stuff and checkmates, and that's what you want. You don't want to take knights. Knights are not that important. All right, queen there. The guy hung the queen, actually. I didn't notice. And now I think it's the right time to attack, because now green is distracted, yellow is distracted by green, and something can happen now. I'm just giving it a little check. Nothing is gonna happen to me because I'm all defended still. As you can see, my pieces are all well defended and nothing is happening to me. No one is attacking my pieces even. And my queen is safe. As you can see, I hung the queen. So I'm checking, just to see if blue or yellow can actually take green and destroy green, basically. Because if they take pieces and then I wait for the right moment to checkmate, then I'm gonna be the winner. Okay, they take a knight, they take a rook, they take something, but then I'm gonna checkmate and have 20 points. Blue played, what did blue play? I promoted as well, so he has 3 queens now. Look at that, blue with 3 queens. And that's excellent news for me, because it's just gonna create even more tension in the center. And now part of that tension, I'm just distracting green for the moment, so. With no risks. So taking a queen, so that's good for me. If the number of queens goes down, anyways, it's good for me. Now let's see, green has to move. He has to be a little bit careful because, yeah, anyways. Alright, going back. Good for me, because then bishop was a little bit in my position, so I didn't really like it. And I just go back. So to me nothing happened, but there are less queens on the board now, way less queens on the board. Only 1 actually, but there were more before. So in the last couple of moves, 3 queens were taken, if I'm not mistaken. A bishop gone, perfect. excellent news for me. If they take pieces, it's just like I'm winning those pieces, because now I'm a bishop up on blue, for example, and a knight up on blue, and I'm a queen up on yellow. You see what I mean? I'm winning those pieces actually. Alright, I'm making the points, but in the end, those pieces are gonna come in my way and be useful for me to checkmate them. And a bishop or a knight is gonna be worth way more than 3 or 5 points. It's gonna be worth a checkmate. So don't take what I say like as true for sure. This is what I experienced so far. This is what I learned so far. Without any theory. I haven't looked any theory up. There is a forum on chess.com with the theory, but I haven't looked at it. I don't know anything about theory. I've played it just this way, just patiently, and with the strategy of being patient and waiting for the right moment to attack the whole time, basically. And it got me to a decent rating, to be honest. Hopefully soon I can shoot for top 10. As you can see, blue is losing more pieces. Now he's rook down on me as well. And now yellow lost the bishop, so that's great for me as well. They all have, look at the time as well, they're all below 30 seconds while still at 1 minute. I only played very easy moves. Alright, I'm 14 points down on yellow, but yellow is down a bishop, a queen and a knight. That I think it's more than 14 points. Blue is 9 points ahead of me, but he doesn't have a bishop, a rook and a knight. He has an extra queen, but you know, it's kind of hard to control 2 queens at the same time. And now the center is more clear and there is not both 2 rooks controlling the files and queens controlling the files and everything. Now I feel like it's more the time to push. I don't know if I'm gonna, yeah, I think I'm gonna push all the way in here. But now it's starting to feel like a better time to push. The next square I'm gonna push is gonna be defended only by the blue queen. That is not enough to stop me from pushing, and it's gonna be defended by 2 pieces by me, so it's excellent. My king, as you can see, has never been attacked. Green has been attacked, blue has been attacked by yellow, and yellow, as you can see, is kind of open already on the king. Queen back is excellent for me because now I can almost push. Let's see if yellow... I really wanted green to move away the knight, because it would mean that he would lose the queen afterwards to yellow, and I could push as well and get a queen. I don't remember, but I think he moved the queen. Understandably so. Yeah. But now if I push, and you calculate 1 second. Blue takes, I move away, and green takes the rook. And he gains points, blue loses points, and then I'm gonna take the knight. So in the end I win points anyways. Promoting pawns for me sometimes is also just provoking the opponents to take each other. If they take my queen, it's fine, it's worth only 1 point. But if they can take each other, okay, they score more points, but in my eyes, they're losing those pieces. I don't know if I make this point clear enough, but them exchanging pieces is great for me. Even if I'm below on points, they're taking away pieces from each other. And here, the blue knight is free actually, as you can see. I can take it, and if blue takes, I take the queen. So I was almost sure blue wouldn't take my queen, because I just promoted that queen, because blue is down on pieces. Blue is way down on pieces. If he takes my queen, he's gonna lose also the extra queen he has. But as you can see, I was shocked. I was like, what? Why are you doing this? He took my queen. I think it's possible. Alright. Okay, he did this. I'm kinda sad he did that. But maybe because, yeah, I had too much pressure on the pawn, on the other blue pawn, as you can see in front of his king, and maybe, I don't know. So the next move I'm gonna play is gonna be the most risky move of the game for me, because I'm gonna take the queen. If now it's blue's turn. If yellow moves away the knight, green is gonna take my queen with this bad queen for sure, getting 9 points. And that would be very bad for me. So I was hoping with all my energy is that yellow wouldn't move the knight away, and he didn't, so I was so happy. And now nothing can stop me. Now I can play solid again. Exactly. Instead of going to take that pawn, the blue pawn, as you saw, getting 1 point. 1 point is useless. And my queen would have been in this so far away from my pieces. No, let's stay coordinated. That's the key, in my opinion. That's the key. Stay as solid as possible and defend your pieces as much as possible. Don't take pawns, it's useless. Finally, they're exchanging stuff even more. Blue is now completely not scary at all, because he's so down on pieces. As you can see, it's not even way in front of me in pieces as well, in points. Yellow is way behind on pieces as well. He's a little bit ahead on points, but it's not really. It's not gonna matter. Green, he has a lot of pieces, but his king is not safe. Yeah, here it was very weird. Green took and lost, exchanged the queen for a knight for some reason, I don't know why. So green lost the extra queen he had on me. That's great. I can take the rook. Did I see it? I can take the blue rook. Please tell me I saw. I think I didn't see it. When he pushed the pawn. That's also good, because I usually don't see stuff. I mean, it happens that I don't see stuff in the game. But as you can see, there is the blue rook that is free, and I missed it. Maybe. Did I? I think I did. I think I did. Because I was too much focusing on taking the d5 pawn. Yeah, on putting pressure on the d5 pawn. Oh yeah, and I lost the... I was gonna lose the pawn as well, maybe. The pawn on e5. So here's a little bit of a mistake by me. Green is attacking with all his energies yellow now. Forgetting about the king though. He's forgetting about the king. As you can see now, green is attacking. But now it's gonna be the end of green. Because now with this check, yellow can take the green bishop. It's gonna be so painful for green now. Oh no, green can play bishop back though and defend the check. Blue taking my pawn. Oh no, yeah, it was yellow to move first. Okay, yeah. So this is excellent for me now. Another thing that is very important is that if there isn't a way to checkmate the opponent, then don't even check, because you give the chance. So if there isn't a way to check and mate, or check and make the guy lose material, then don't even check, because if you do, you might give the chance to other people to checkmate and take your points away. And with the strategy I use right now, the most important thing is to get the mate, get the checkmate at the end. So it's very important to calculate if the opponents, blue and yellow in this case, have chances to mate green. They don't have now, so it's fine. Still talking about coordination here. My bishop was free, I mean not free, but hanging basically, not defended by anything, and now it's defended. So now that I'm all well defended, now I can attack again. Oh, I like this. You see, yellow made a mistake. He checked even if it was clear that I could almost mate green if he did that. That's the mistake yellow made. Because now I play this move and there is no way for blue or yellow to mate, and it's mate. So green has to play queen in the middle and I take the queen, it's mate for me. So that was a mistake by yellow. What I was talking earlier. The fact to not check if the opponents can checkmate. Okay, in this case, oh, he lost some time. I forgot about that. The problem is that now yellow is gonna take the rook, the green's rook, giving me checkmate, taking the queen, so 29 points, because now green is forced to play back with the queen. So now I'm ahead on points as well, ahead on material, and it's pretty much game over. As you can see, I just waited in this game. And now, as you can see, the other rook is hanging, the other yellow's rook is hanging, and it didn't see it, and it's gonna be game over. He's gonna resign here, because I'm way ahead on points, and I'm gonna beat him on taking the blue king as well, so that's it. I hope you enjoyed. I really enjoyed playing, and see you in the next video.